Hello, I'm Jack Jedras for Computer Dealer News. I'm visiting with Citrix in Santa Clara, California, where the virtualization vendor is explaining why it believes endpoint devices are the new thin clients, how cloud computing is changing business models, and what it all means for channel partners.
In the past, if you thought about the first generation thin computing devices, they weren't as functionally capable as things are today. And if you think even 5 or 10 years ago, desktop virtualization as a way to serve a full, nice user experience with Windows desktops and apps and data wasn't really available. So people were really stuck using dedicated apps that probably didn't perform so well on those endpoints. So the technology has certainly come a long way. With desktop virtualization today, we can deliver exactly the same rich computing experience on that thin client that you might run natively on a desktop. And that's what people want. People want freedom. They want a nice experience. They want to be able to do more than one thing on their device. So I think that's a big reason why things have changed and why thin devices are becoming much more popular again today. So I think there's an opportunity for resellers to be more consultative with their customers and to provide some thought leadership and some guidance about the variety of deployment models makes sense, but there's still plenty for them to sell.
Well, I think the big opportunity right now is to build expertise on how to migrate to desktop virtualization successfully. So Citrix has announced something called the desktop transformation model. That was announced at Synergy Berlin back in October. And what it's about is how do you actually get there? Because I think there's a lot of confusion out there in the industry and the customer base about what are some of the benefits, how do you actually get there, and what do you do? Do you do everything day one, or can you do this in some small kind of manageable steps? Or do you do it for a specific part of your organization? Do you do it for the full organization? I think there needs to be a lot more expertise in the industry. People who have really kind of smart processes are very, very efficient with it that can actually help the customer understand the benefits. And I think we need more champions and leadership out there that can actually kind of navigate through all the confusion that's out there. So I think there's a huge services opportunity for implementation of desktop virtualization as we move forward. And I think 2011 is a critical year for that, because in 2010 a lot of people kind of sat there and done POCs and started to scale up. But in 2011, kind of heat's turning up to get your Windows 7 deployments well underway or done. So now's the time to kind of strike and say, look, come to us as your trusted channel partner. We can hold your hand, we can get you through the process, and we can explain and build your business case and benefits for you.
In general, I think some folks in the channel are alarmed by cloud. I don't need to be. Okay, so the core message behind cloud is actually a human thing. Is it will change. The adoption of cloud will occur at the rate at which humans adopt new technologies. And there's a ton of existing stuff out there, and it's going to take forever to go away. And so cloud is an evolutionary process. That's good for the channel. Moreover, it's an evolutionary process in which the channel can help the customer move forward. A traditional advisory role with skill sets that the enterprise doesn't have, the channel can really help people transform their businesses to deliver better economics. So I think that the channel, to the extent that it has picked up on server virtualization because it was a great party to be at and they made a lot of money on it, it was good business. It has the skill set, the awareness of the changing technologies, and it can bring the customer base forward. And so a big change we're seeing in the channel is towards sophisticated channel partners becoming service providers in their own right, using our products and others to operate services that they can enable their customers to outsource to them.
For Computer Dealer News at Citrix in Santa Clara, California, I'm Jeff Jedras.